Welcome to Hidden Costs. Today, we investigate why a century-old brand for workers became the ultimate status symbol of the decade. It is not just a watch or a car anymore. It is a vacuum-sealed piece of stainless steel holding our attention. In just 1 year, the revenue of this company exploded from $70 million to over $750 million. This massive 250% surge was driven by a single object, the quencher, and the psychology of the drop. We have seen shoppers physically fighting in aisles, desperate to secure a limited edition color, driven by a feverish need to own it. Headlines flash across screens, detailing brawls and resale values that triple the original price, revealing a market driven by pure hysteria. But the real cost is not on the price tag. It is found deep in the psychology of sustainable consumerism paradoxes. What if I told you that this $45 purchase is actually a coping mechanism for an economy out of control? Look at the macro picture. In 2025, the dream of home ownership for Gen Z is moving to a statistical impossibility. When the big milestones like houses, stability, and retirement become unaffordable, we pivot our spending to things we can actually grasp. Economists call this the lipstick effect. In times of crisis, we forego the mansion but splurge on the small, accessible luxury. A $45 tumbler is an affordable hit of dopamine, a small reward when the larger goals feel completely out of reach. It is a treat-yourself culture, masking a reality where we cannot afford anything else of significant long-term value or stability. It is not just hydration, it is a $45 coping mechanism for a global economy that feels completely chaotic. We buy these items to regain a sense of control. If we cannot control the market, we can control our water intake. This behavior creates a cycle where small purchases drain the savings needed for the investments that could actually change our lives. We are trading the abstract dream of future security for the tangible reality of a colorful steel cup in our hand today. The corporations know this. They design their marketing strategies to exploit our economic anxiety and turn it into their record-breaking profit. They have successfully gamified inflation. They have turned the act of spending money into a competitive sport that we are all losing. This is the economic mirage. We feel wealthy because we can buy premium accessories while our actual net worth remains stagnant. It is a brilliant distraction. Keep the consumer focused on the accessory and they won't notice the crumbling foundation underneath. Now, let us look inward. Stanley did not just sell a cup, they sold a persona through the powerful scarcity model. Borrowed from Supreme and Nike, they turned a utility tool into a collectible, triggering a primal fear of missing out. Psychologically, this triggers FOMO. Studies show scarcity increases perceived value by 200%, making us want what we cannot have. But there's a deeper layer here, the tribe. On social media, owning a Stanley is not about thirst, it is a signal. It says, I am organized, I am hydrated, I am part of the aesthetic. It is a badge of modern social status. In an era where 1 in 2 adults report chronic loneliness, buying a cup is the fastest way to join a community. We are not collecting steel, we are collecting belonging. We are paying $45 to feel like we are part of something. The brand becomes the identity. You are no longer just a person, you are a Stanley girl, defined by your consumption habits. This accumulation feeds a loop. The dopamine hit from the first cup fades, so you must buy the next color to feel it again. The mechanics are identical to gambling. The anticipation of the win, the rush of the purchase, and the inevitable crash afterwards. When you miss a drop, the pain is real. It validates the item's worth and makes you more determined to win next time. Influencers act as the high priests of this religion, blessing the new colors and instructing the followers on what is desirable.
We look for ourselves in these products. We hope that buying the organized aesthetic will magically organize our messy, complicated lives. Scarcity is a powerful drug. It bypasses logic and speaks directly to our survival instincts, telling us to gather resources now. We are running through a maze designed by marketing teams, chasing a prize that promises happiness but only delivers temporary satisfaction. Here is the irony that hurts the most. Stanley markets itself on sustainability, built for life, reduce plastic waste. But the math simply does not add up. If you own 10 reusable cups, you have defeated the entire purpose of reuse. You have simply replaced disposable plastic with permanent overproduction. This is greenwashing 2.0 at its finest. To offset the carbon footprint of one stainless steel cup, you need to use it hundreds of times instead of buying plastic. But when you buy a new one every month for the color, you are creating a carbon debt that you can never repay. Corporations have weaponized our guilt about the planet to make us buy more to feel better about the environment. We are drowning in sustainable products that the earth can no longer afford. It is consumption disguised as virtue. The manufacturing process involves mining, refining, shipping, and packaging. Every step extracts a heavy toll from the ecosystem we claim to save. Shipping heavy steel across the ocean creates massive emissions. We are burning fossil fuels to transport empty vessels for our water. The hidden cost is our integrity. We have turned a tool for saving the planet into a trophy of excess and waste. True sustainability is not buying the green version of a product. It is not buying the product at all if you don't need it. We are not consumers anymore. We are the consumed. We are eaten alive by the very market forces we think we are controlling. This is the paradox. We destroy nature to build a symbol of our love for nature. It is a tragedy of modern logic. So when does it end? When does the collection become a burden? When does the solution become the problem? So how do we escape the paradox? It starts with a simple, radical act that the market fears most: contentment. Before the next limited drop, ask yourself, is this filling a shelf in my kitchen or a void in my life? Real status is not having the newest color. It is having the mental clarity to look at what you have and say, enough. Invest in experiences that do not need an insulated lid. Build connections that do not require a hashtag to be valid. The best version of you does not cost $45 plus shipping. It is free, and it is already within you. We must break the dopamine loop. We must realize that no object can ever provide the stability that we are searching for. Let the cup be just a cup. Let water just be water. Reclaim your identity from the brands that try to sell it. Financial freedom starts with rejecting the small costs that add up. It starts with seeing through the marketing to the truth. The trends will fade, the colors will chip, but the cost to your wallet and the planet will remain forever. Step away from the screen, step away from the hype. Find value in what is permanent, not what is currently trending. Hydration is simple, life is simple. Do not let them complicate it for the sake of their quarterly profit margins. The antidote to consumption is creation. Create a life you do not need to escape from with retail therapy. When you create, you define your own value. When you consume, you let the market define your value for you. Remember the trends of yesterday. They are in the landfill vow. Do not let your hard-earned money join them there. You are enough. Your status is inherent. You do not need a $45 prop to prove your worth to anyone. Walk your own path. Drink your own water. Be the master of your choices, not the victim of their algorithms. Everything has a price tag attached to it. The checkout is just the beginning of the true cost you pay. If you want to see the world behind the curtain and uncover the lies, subscribe to Hidden Costs right now. We are just getting started. There are many more industries to expose and many more secrets to bring into the light. Thank you for watching. Thank you for thinking. And remember, the most expensive thing you can lose is your own mind. Stay vigilant, stay skeptical, and never buy what you have already been sold. See you in the shadows. This has been a Hidden Costs production, uncovering the price of modern life, one viral trend at a time. Goodbye for now. Keep your eyes open and your wallet closed. Hidden Costs is signing off.